As a colorectal cancer survivor who had an ileostomy that was reversed, I get a lot of questions asking what I eat every day to help control my bowels and keep them from ruling my life. Well, I don't eat the same thing every day, so it's kind of hard to just write in a message to somebody what I do. So I thought I would do another food vlog to show you what I eat and medications that I take daily and throughout the week to try to keep my bowels from controlling my life. I've done a couple previous ones, but things that I do, medications that I take, have changed. So I thought it was a good time to give everybody an update on what's happening now. And before I get too far in, let me introduce myself really quick. I'm Jelena, and I was diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer back in 2016. As part of my treatment, I had surgery to remove the tumor, which included removing 12 inches of my colon and rectum. I only have about a third of my rectum remaining. I also had an ileostomy created during that surgery. Had that for a little over 7 months, and it was reversed in June of 2017. That means I have been experimenting with trying to figure out what works for my bowels and keeps them under control for the last 8+ years. So I'm going to go through and show you what I eat every day. I will have a handy chart that'll pop up on the screen to show you a summary of what I ate each day, how many times I went to the bathroom, and at the end of the week, the whole thing will be up there. I'll also put in the description recipes for some of the things that I eat throughout the week in case something catches your eye and you want to try it too. So let's hop in and check out what I ate for a week. So I forgot to explain this powder yesterday, but I showed off these 2 cans, cholestyramine. This can is the one that I usually get in the mail. My insurance coverage on it changed earlier in the year, so I ended up getting this from a different supplier. And first off, it just smells gross. It smells like fish. It smells fishy. This one doesn't really have much of a smell. It is orange flavored, I believe. So it kind of smells like that. But this, so I'm supposed to take 2 scoops. I changed it to, or it got changed to 1.5 because I was a little too constipated with 2, but 1, it doesn't work well enough. So 1.5 is great. So I do 1 of the OG powder, and then I do half of this stuff because it is a much more gritty texture, and you probably aren't going to be able to tell on the video how gritty it is compared to the powder that's in here. I don't know if you can, probably can't. But when I tried taking the full dose of this stuff, it was so gritty, it just like clung to the sides of my throat, and I could only take like small sips at a time, and I could just like manipulate balls of the stuff that had clung to the sides of my throat. So if I take a half a scoop of it with a full scoop of the good stuff, I can get it down. So I'm mixing the 2, even though they're the same medicine, so it's not a bad thing. It's just been ground down differently. So I take a scoop and a half of this, and I add about 2/3 of a glass of water to this thing. Mix it up well. And this is technically it absorbs more of your bile. So it's technically for people that have no gallbladder. But my doctor was thinking that maybe I was still experiencing diarrhea because too much bile juices were making its way through my digestive system because of the shortening of it because of the LAR surgery. So it seems to be working pretty decently for me. But yeah, 1.5 scoops. You can't take any medications an hour before or 4 hours after because it can affect the efficacy of those medications. So I take it like an hour-ish at least after my lunchtime pills and make sure that it's at least 4 hours before my bedtime pills if I forget about it later. So bottoms up. This stuff can also make your teeth really sensitive, or it's bad for your teeth, so you're supposed to rinse with just plain water after you take the dose to get all of it out of your mouth. So kind of like at the dentist where they, brush your teeth or clean your teeth with the gritty stuff. I gotta rinse my mouth with the gritty stuff and swallow it because it's medicine. So yeah, rinse. And that is my mid-afternoon post-lunch medication. Okay, so I forgot to show yesterday, but every night I have 2 pills, progesterone and estradiol because I went into menopause with cancer treatment. So here I am tonight taking them. And I forgot to grab my water. Toad would like to say hello, our new kitty. And take them right before bed. Say bye, Toad. All right, good morning. So I realized I haven't explained why exactly I take the Metamucil in the morning. So my bowel movements are usually pretty loose. So I take the Metamucil to help firm them up. So I take about 2 heaping teaspoons. In the small glass. And then I just add a little bit of water with it. I usually just count to 4 on our refrigerator water. So it's like a third of a small glass. Mix it all up nicely. I take it first thing in the morning. Because you're not supposed to take any kinds of medications 2 hours before or 2 hours after. So I obviously haven't taken any 2 hours before because I woke up just a little bit ago. I wait an hour before drinking anything else so that it doesn't dilute the Metamucil, so it can do its job at bulking things up in my digestive tract. And I wait 2 hours before taking any other kinds of medications, which usually isn't a problem. So that was my week. It was not a great bathroom week for me. And I contemplated like scrapping this and doing another one, but it takes a lot of work to record everything that you eat throughout the day. Plus, I wanted to be honest with you guys and show you things aren't going so well right now with the bowels. Like I can control them, but I'm going a lot throughout the day. So it's frustrating always feeling like you need to poop. So I looked back at some of my older vlogs, saw that on my last one, I was only, having bowel movements once or twice a day, and I was doing breakfast smoothies. So I'm going back to that to see if doing less solid foods throughout the day helps me control my bowels and calms them down a little bit. If you want me to do another one of these, follow up a little sooner than a couple of years from now to see how those breakfast smoothies work and if that helps me go to the bathroom less, let me know in the comments below. And to check out that video and the other food vlog that I've done, you can click the playlist up here or check out this video that YouTube thinks you'd like. Thanks so much for watching.